name is whatever your name is. I mean, your name is Jerry.
That's what we do
Yeah.
already.
Already, you know how this works.
Been on here for
So
4 seconds.
a little more than that. But listen, we have an American, well, two, but we have one that's just got here like maybe 6 months ago.
Not even.
Not even 6 months?
September, yeah, about 4 or 5.
4 months?
Yeah.
4 months, okay. And we're going to ask him some questions, and we're going to see exactly how much he loved Johannesburg. And we're going to have some other questions that's going to be very, very, very interesting. You ready?
Yes. But first, y'all in the U.S., y'all know what time it is, right? Y'all know what time it is.
It looked like a sick bird on your chest. That's what it looked like, a sick bird on your chest.
Y'all know what time it is.
That bird has Ebola. You have an Ebola bird on your chest. I ain't coming to joke.
That was completely unnecessary. That was completely unnecessary. What's up, everybody?
You ready?
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Introduce yourself. I don't want to have to introduce you because if I do it, it's going to be like some. Introduce yourself.
My name is Jerry. I came from Florida, where I lived while I was there, but I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Been here since September 11th. I landed over here. Came here a couple of times before that. Loved it, and said, "What am I waiting for?" So here I am, and I don't plan to leave.
September 11th is an interesting day.
It just happened that way.
That's a very interesting.
Yeah.
Can you tell them about September 11th if they don't know?
Well, September 11th in the U.S. I mean,
Yes,
who doesn't know? I mean, that was 2001. That was the terror attacks on the World Trade Centers up in New York. A lot of people died. A lot of memories around that day for the U.S. But I didn't plan it that way. It just happened that way. I'm here now. Happy to be here. Couldn't be in a better place around good people. Not this guy, but everybody else. But it's great though, man. It's I can't describe how good it is to be here, man. It's lovely. I wish I knew about this place sooner.
That's it. That's it. All right. First question is this: what made you decide to move to Josie instead of any other country in Africa?
Okay, so that's very interesting. When I first started doing my research, because everybody when COVID happened, everybody was in the house. Everybody was doing the most in the house, So I was online looking at stuff, and I was 100% on the Ghana train. I was like, I'm going to Ghana. I know where I'm living. I know what I'm going to do over there. I was 100% on the Ghana train. I saw this dude, Walter Maya. He came and interviewed some people here. Stacey's cousins, the real South Africa, and so I said, let me have a look, because South Africa wasn't really on the radar. I did some research, looked at them, came with them on a couple of trips. No, not a couple of trips, one trip. Then I came again by myself. But I came with them on a trip and was like, what is this? Like, what is this place? Like, nobody told me about this. So I came back a second time by myself because I wanted to live like a local. So I got an Airbnb and went shopping, did the whole local thing, got a car and everything. I was driving around. I'm like, man, like, to me, this is the easiest transition from the U.S. So I'm like, why go there when this is just like where I'm at already, So I'm like, yeah, that's where I need to be, because it's the easiest transition. And September 11th, landed, got an apartment, ain't looking back. Not looking back.
I was talking. I bumped into a guy. Me and my wife was in Four Ways, like 3 days ago, when I bumped into an American, and he asked me, "Why would you want to go to a place that's very familiar to the States?" He said, "Why not just stay in the States?" What would be your answer to that?
Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah, a very good question.
But it's familiar as far as like technology and stuff like that. But the people is the difference. The people are the difference. Like here, when I go to the mall, I'm just another dude. You know, ain't nobody looking at me. Ain't nobody. What he got? You know, what he doing? You know, none of that here. You know, I'm just another dude. When I walk down the street, I'm just another dude. You know,
Oh yeah,
it's different. It's different being in the majority than it is being in the minority. Like you can't explain that to somebody. You just have to live it. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just different. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just different being in the majority. You just another person. You just meld into society, you know?
Do you think the brothers and sisters in America ever be a part of that? Or would they ever get a feeling to be a part of the majority?
Not there. Not there, no. No, absolutely not. Census data, I mean, you can just look at census data. You know, our population in the US is not growing, you know, it's stagnant. Whereas, you know, the Latino population is growing, you know, the white population is shrinking, but our population, according to census data, is just stagnant. So I just don't see how we could ever be the majority there. It's just not going to happen.
I agree. I agree.
It's just not going to happen.
How was your transition here?
So for me, it was, I'm not going to say easy, but it was helped by, you know, channels like yours, CTN, channel, you know, Ricky Jones Jr., Dr. Assad. I was getting tips.
Brothers.
I was getting tips from all of y'all, you know. So again, I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was easier than it could have been with somebody who didn't know anybody or anything. You understand what I'm saying? So getting pointed, like where I live right now is because of somebody that was in your life when y'all were talking about places to stay. Y'all were like, oh, you know, where's the place to stay? Somebody in your life, like year and a half ago, was like, you know, you have to check out this place called Muyaka. So I was curious, you know, I just looked at it online. Like, damn. So when I came here the first time, I actually went there on a visit. And I was like, yo, not only is this Africa, but this is like better than what I stay at, you know? I'm like, what is this? So I came back. I said, yeah, that's where I'm going to live, you know? I got my apartment over there. I got my little, what do you call them? Interior designer. He set it up. So when I got here September 11th, all I did was go to my apartment. Like, I ain't had to stay in an Airbnb. I ain't had to stay with any friends. I just went to my apartment. Like first day here, I'm like,
I had to stay with friends. So you talking down on me because I had to stay with friends?
I'm not talking down on you.
That's what it sounds like you're doing.
No, listen.
But this is my podcast. This is my podcast.
I'm not talking down on you, but you should have did better. you should have did better.
Yeah.
But no, man, the transition, it was easier because of like your channel. Like I said, Assad, Ricky Jones Jr. I mean, I even, you know, Ashley in Africa, she does, you know, more on the business side, but
yeah,
every little pointer that you can get, I was getting from somebody, you know.
And that's the good part about moving here. There's a lot of Americans here that already been there, done that. So, and then not to mention, you know, we're actually willing to give the information.
And everything that you give is something that I don't have to go get. You understand?
I think my wife said that a long time ago on one of her intros. Yeah. Like she said something to the extent of, we did it, the mistakes that we made.
Right.
So you don't have to go through the same mistakes that we made.
Exactly. And that's key. That's key. And that's what helped me do what I did, you know.
Okay. What's the most difficult adjustment you had to make?
Okay. The most difficult adjustment. And this can vary from person to person. I'm speaking on my experience.
Yeah, I asked you.
I know this, man.
I didn't ask anybody else. I asked you.
Left hook, right? But for me, it's services. Like on occasion, not often, you know, where I stay, I mean, the power may go out, you know. It doesn't stay out long there. So I mean, I'll give them that. but the water may go out. It's not long. Again, it's just a day or two, but it's I'm not used to that. Being from the U.S. So it's not like I even prepared for that coming over here. I knew there was load shedding, and I was going to be able to deal with that, but the water thing is, I think that's the most difficult one, because like you can't do anything without water. And not a lot of time, just a day or two, but that's hard, because your life revolves around water. Cooking,
electricity,
bathing, everything. You need water. That was the most difficult one, was water.
Do you miss America?
No, absolutely not. Next question.
All right. This question here is gonna be a good one, because we've had these conversations, and this is gonna be a good question.
Okay. All right.
If you had to compare yourself, who would you be, Biko or Mandela, and why?
Come on. I'm Biko.
Why?
Sometimes you got to get gritty, man. You got to be gritty sometimes. I see that in Biko. Mandela was great, but he was sort of like MLK, where, at least in my estimation, whereas Biko was more like Malcolm X, like Malcolm was like, sometimes you just got to get gritty, you got to do what you need to do to survive. I see that in Biko. That's how I think, you need to do what you need to do to survive, do what's necessary. I don't care what it is, So I would say I'm more Biko.
Okay.
Not to say I'm more Biko. Sure.
You're more Biko.
Yes.
What's the difference between apartheid and slavery,
Well,
in your opinion?
the difference between apartheid and slavery, it's not much, to be honest with you. Slavery, you didn't earn any salary. Apartheid, you earned very little salary. Slavery, you were forced to work. Apartheid, you probably are forced to work too. I don't have much experience with apartheid. I wasn't here, during that time, and I wasn't alive during the Jim Crow era in the U.S., which is just another form of apartheid. But there's not much difference. There's a few subtle differences. There's not much difference, but you were able to earn a small living under the apartheid regime here, I assume, or I know. Slavery, though, that's I wouldn't wish that on anybody, because you don't have life. You're just working for someone else. You're not earning anything. You don't have any freedom at all. You don't do anything for yourself. You're just doing everything for someone else. Whereas, at least during apartheid, I don't downplay what apartheid is or was, but you could earn a living. It wasn't a good living. It wasn't a lot, but you could earn a living. You could do things. You could go places. You couldn't go certain places, but you could go other places. Slavery, you couldn't do any of that. You worked. You went back to your little shack. That's it for your whole life.
Okay. Let's change this up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what's going on in the news with Trump and Musk, and the uproar that the United States is in right now.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Trump and Musk, and what's going on in Babylon right now?
So I'm not a fan of Trump's, obviously. Obviously, but I'm not a fan of his. I don't think his policies, especially on the international level or internationally related, I don't think they're good at all. I don't think he understood. Maybe he did understand what tariffs are. He just didn't care. I don't know. But I personally don't think his policies internationally are good. I don't think he can relate to regular people, because he's never lived that life. He was a rich kid. His daddy was rich. Daddy gave him everything. So he doesn't know what it's like to work 9 to 5. He doesn't know what it's like to actually struggle, to live paycheck to paycheck. He just doesn't know that. So he can't relate to people like you, myself, and the vast majority of the population everywhere in the world, not just the U.S. or SA, but everywhere. You know, most people are working people. He cannot relate to people like that. Neither can Elon because of who his dad was. You know, here in SA, um, they don't. Their experience is different. They think they know it all. They don't because again, experience is the best teacher. But I don't understand why people trust them the way they do. I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. And I don't necessarily think that, you know, you may be able to run, a Tesla dealership or a real estate empire that's different than a country, you know. And I don't know that they are the best people to be running the country.
I'm not sure that people trust them. I think they just fooled. They fooled everybody.
That's a fair statement.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. He's a very good con man. Donald Trump is.
Both of them are.
I
Both of
don't.
them are.
Okay.
You know, I think Elon dances around questions,
Yeah.
whereas Trump is just outright, it is what it is. Fede, it is what it is. But you can ask Elon a question,
Mhm.
and seem like he fumbles around on the answer.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Don Lemon asked him questions, he danced. It's like he could not answer the question.
So yeah, when they do that, I think they're formulating the answer in their
They
head.
They're trying to figure out a way to get out of answering the question that was asked.
Yes, with a lot of words, basically word salad, as we call it.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I would give you some leeway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Appreciate that. You don't normally give me any kind of like. Never mind. Don't worry.
We
about it.
on camera though. I'm trying to be nice.
Still be yourself. Still be yourself. Because I know who you are in real life. So
Well,
still
then
be yourself.
Hold that for me.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? But I have another question.
Yeah, yeah.
In 5 years, where do you think the U.S. is going to be at?
That's man. You want me to give my honest opinion?
Yes.
The U.S. in 5 years is going to be in domestic turmoil because the political situation there is bad now. It's not going to get better. It's only going downhill. Like the two parties are doing this, they're diverging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to the extremes. There can be no good that comes from that. That's number one. Number two, it's turning into an oligarchy where basically the rich people make all the decisions for everybody. I mean, it's kind of already been that, but it's like on steroids now, right? And then lastly, I think, and I hate to say this, I don't want to say this, but I think the U.S. is going to be in a major conflict with China in 5 years. Because, China, and I'm not a China apologist because, China is just like everybody else, they're in it for themselves. But China's coming, The U.S. knows this. That's why they're doing what they're doing now, trying to, stop China from getting all sorts of technology, stop them from anything. They just want to stop China from rising, So the U.S. let's call it what it is. They're the empire right now, But it's kind of like we're watching an empire fall in real time. Like we witnessing the changing of the guard, And China, like I said, China is coming. The U.S. knows that. They ain't going to just roll over and say, well, there you go, China. It's your turn now. So I think the U.S. is going to be in major conflict with China in the next, I would say 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, I give it. Yeah.
All right. So the question is, afternoon, gentlemen. It's been a while since I saw Change the Narrative. When I saw Trump acting up in SA, Jabu and Dr. Side came to my mind. Your take on the matter. Trump is trying to start a race war. That's just the bottom line. Because there ain't no way he can say Africans move to the U.S. and they just going to do that willingly, giving up all the privilege that they have here.
Right.
He's trying to start something. That same thing he started in, January 6th. That was like a year ago, 2 years ago? That was 2 years ago.
4.
That was last year then.
January 6th.
That was last year.
No, that was 4 years ago. It was during the election.
Right. That was right. When he lost.
Yeah,
When
right.
he lost.
Yeah, when he lost.
So yeah, that's my input on that. He's trying to start a race war. That's it.
I mean, it sometimes I can be inclined to think he's just that dumb. But
I think that too, though.
I can't. You can't. I don't. Like, you can't be that dumb. Like,
no,
can't.
He can be. He can be. I think he's the most uneducated president that we had.
Well, I mean, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But
because everything is huge.
Yeah, but you still got to know something, though.
No, he doesn't know anything.
I just.
He's orange and dumb.
I'm not going to disagree with that, but there's levels to it, right? Some of the stuff he does is just all the way stupid. Not just stupid, like all the way stupid. So I just can't believe he's that stupid. Like the tariffs thing, that one, like everybody on planet Earth knew what was going to happen when he imposed tariffs, right?
Yep.
But how can you not know that? You are a quote unquote businessman,
But all his businesses crumbled, though.
True.
Everything crumbled.
But you also have advisors. Like I don't know.
No, he has yes men's. Because everybody is scared to voice their opinion and say, yo, that's stupid or whatever the situation is. I mean, people are scared to say what they got to say.
That's
because
true.
Everybody's getting fired right now. Let me tell you what happened. Mm-hmm. So my daughter wants to come here. And everybody's getting laid off and furlough, whatever they're doing. Right. So my daughter's trying to get her passport. Mm-hmm. This happened like less than a week ago. She's trying to get a passport to come in and visit us, to hang out with us for a little while. She had a date scheduled. They called her and said, we have to reschedule your date. Okay, why? Because no one is in office right now.
Oh, yeah.
No one is in office to do the paperwork.
Right.
To do, and they're like, well, when can I reschedule?
Don't know because you don't know when they're going back because of what they did. Yeah, okay, yeah.
This just happened last week.
Right, because of some of those executive orders he was issuing, he's like that kid that just does stuff to do stuff,
Just to get a reaction.
Yeah, just issuing executive orders, not caring what the consequences of those executive orders are going to be, So I don't know. I just he can't be that dumb.
He is.
I know he's dumb, but like that dumb.
Yo, Sibu, I haven't had a Savannah in months.
I had one last week.
Have you seen me drink? We've been hanging out quite often.
No.
Have you seen me drink Savannah?
No. I think Savannah is off your radar.
Yeah. All right. What's up, my brother? Yeah, I haven't had a Savannah in months. Afternoon gentlemen, it's been a while. Okay, we've seen this one. Read this one already. Shantae, what's up? Doc Nikki is calling me. Y'all know I have beef with her.
Oh, that's my buddy.
So I'm definitely going to decline Doc Nikki.
I just met Doc Nikki last night.
And you didn't meet anybody special.
Doc Nikki is one of the nicest ladies
she is not.
you will ever meet.
She is not.
She's a peach. Okay, Doc Nikki is a peach.
She's a rotten apple.
She's not.
Nikki's a rotten apple.
You just mad because she be coming at you.
Thanks, Baba, for choosing South Africa to be your home. Thank you too. Oh, she must be listening. I swear I love you. I don't like Nikki.
I love Nikki.
Okay.
And
been a while. Good evening, guys. What's up, Black? Tanya. What's up, Big Head? Shantae, congratulations on the move. Thank you.
She ain't talking to you. She's talking to me
too. But we moved too, though.
Thank you.
This is my daughter I think she's my daughter. That's what her mama tell me. Let me move on. I just said that's what her mama tell me. They say daddy's baby, mom. What they say? Mama's baby, daddy's baby.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That's my daughter. That's my twin girl. Can you recommend Airbnb? I'm coming in November. Yo, I think Tim, I got you. I think I got you. You got my number. Hit me up. I can definitely recommend one.
I can too. If his falls through, which most likely
mine never falls through. Tim Black, they didn't fool anyone. America's voted for white supremacy.
That's true.
That's very true.
That's a true statement.
The thing is, they voted for white supremacy over making a black woman president.
That is crazy. Well, not only that, but a lot of people voted against their own personal interests just for white supremacy. That is a true statement.
Shantae, no, they fooled the idiots. Not everyone. People with intelligence already knew what was up.
Yeah.
Because you know what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
He said everything that he's doing.
Right.
So what's the surprise?
Exactly.
What's the surprise?
Exactly.
Why he got my name, yo? Why he got my name,
this
yo?
is the this
Jabu,
is
what's up?
This is what they call the find out portion of the FAFO hashtag. They finding out right now. But you know, I'm inclined to say that's their problem. You know, I still got people there though. You know, my family's over there still, friends is over there. I mean, I don't want it to go to hell, but it's probably gonna go.
It is
to hell.
We need you guys to help Africa, help make it great again. Yo, that's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Let's do what we got to do. But you know what? We can do that. But you know what? I got a question. I'm gonna have a question for that same thing, that same response in a second, because it's just not about us. You know what I'm saying? We can help, but you guys also got to step up too.
Well, y'all are the drivers. You know, like I don't have no political power here. I can't vote. You know, I'm not a citizen. I can't change who's in Pretoria. You know, that's you guys. You know, we just visitors. Hopefully, permanent visitors, but we still just visitors. You know, this is y'all's country. We gonna follow y'all lead. You know.
No, just right here, Uncle Cyril should do the same for our African brothers, African American brothers. I'm thinking they talking about what Ghana did.
What Ghana did, yeah.
Yes, Ghana said, "Come on,
right,
come on, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." Granted, it was for their best interest, but I don't care about that.
Right, but it made an impact, you know.
Yes,
and I think it could do the same here. And in my head, you know, I think this would be, like I said, even for me, this would be an easier transition for AAs, you know, than Ghana, because you know
it's familiar.
Yeah, it's familiar. Like I said, all the technology that you have in the States is here. You know, it's literally. If I'm in Johannesburg and I didn't know that I was in Johannesburg, you would think you were in like Charlotte, North Carolina, or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with
100%.
you know Cape Town. You would think you were in like San Diego. I wouldn't quite say Miami because you know Miami is a little hotter and flatter, but I mean San Diego. You know, you would think you were in San Diego if you didn't know that you were in Cape Town, in SA.
I agree, man. I agree.
So it's an easy transition. You know, everything that you have there, you have here. You know, except maybe some traffic lights and street lights and you know, but a day or two without water. But you know, other than that, it's the easiest transition.
All right. You ready for another question?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Have South Africans asked you about moving to America?
Oh my gosh.
What was your answer?
First of all, yes, they have. It seems to me like every South African that I meet has this idea of America as the land of milk and honey. That's propaganda. That's what you see on TV. That is not the real U.S. There are places in the U.S. that look like Soweto. You know, I'm from one of them places, Philadelphia. You know, now you might see downtown Philadelphia on your TV screens, but you don't see North Philly where I came from. You know, because when I'm in Soweto, I feel like I'm in North Philly. That's just the truth. You know, there's no difference. Everybody hustling. You know, same potholes in the street. You know, even the same trash. I hate to say that, but the same. You know, everything's the same. It looks like Philly. You know, so I tell people when they do ask me about going to America, no, because number one, you're going to spend a lot of money because everything there is more expensive than it is here. Everything. I mean, everything. Even breathing is more expensive. But secondly, I say you have everything here. You just don't know it because you haven't been there. You know, like there's nothing that's there that's not here. I mean, there's some nice sights to see in the U.S., no doubt. But if you don't need to go to the U.S., I don't think there's a reason to go. There's nothing special about the U.S. You know?
So are you basically saying they don't know how good they have it here?
Exactly. They don't know how good they have it here. And when I came here, and I expressed that to some of them, they say, "Well, damn, you know." It's kind of like when you're somewhere all the time you don't see how great it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And again, I'm not naive. I'm not naive to, I don't think there's it's perfect here. Like there's no issues. There are, but this place is so good, and more importantly, the reason I'm here because it has so much potential. Has so much potential, man. It's so much potential here, man. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm sad that I didn't know about this place sooner.
Oh man, you know how many times I said that? I would have been here. I would have been here 10 years ago. I would have raised my daughters, my son. Yeah, I would have been here 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and I would have known Zulu by now.
Zulu.
Zulu's hard to learn, man.
It's hard. And the first thing Zulu people say to me is it's easy. I'm like, no, my tongue doesn't work right. It don't work right. Like, y'all gotta put the tongue to the side and flip it. Nah, I need to do some calisthenics in my mouth to get this language, man. It's tough.
You should have said pause after that. You should have said pause after that. Pause. Time out. Revert. Oh my God.
Look, man, I was talking about the tongue movement. That's all. That's it. The tongue movement. It's hard. It's a hard language to learn.
It very is. It is.
It's a hard language.
I've tried and I gave up, and I tried and I gave up. Because I be forgetting it. Because if you don't use it on a regular basis,
right.
Because being that we're American, and when people meet us, they automatically want to talk American to us.
English.
English to us, yes.
Yeah, not to call it American.
Right. You're not supposed to correct me on my own podcast. So anyway, you're not, if you could change one thing about SA, what would it be?
I mean, I hate to say it, man, but leadership, because like I said before, this place, the potential is off the charts, man, like off the charts. And when I see certain things, I'm like, that's fixable, that's fixable, but I take my lead from South Africans, and they tell me, what's happening. This minister is doing this minister is doing that. This minister hired his cousin to do this. I'm like, really? Like, I mean, so things that need work can be worked on and can be fixed, can be rectified, but it just doesn't happen because of leadership. So there's one thing I could change: leadership. The people, phenomenal.
I agree 100%.
Phenomenal.
I agree 100%.
I mean, you talk about hardworking people. They don't complain. They're about the nicest people on planet Earth, man. Almost to their own detriment sometimes. Like, like y'all are too nice sometimes. Like, sometimes you gotta go Biko.
But sometimes
you gotta go Biko.
But you can't always do that.
True.
That's true. The main reason why, because like especially in their work work.
Yeah.
Because like these guys, that one person.
Yeah.
Provides everything for the household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so if they go Steve Biko, it doesn't affect them. It affects everybody.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody can't be ignorant like you.
Right. Look, man, I just want what's best for my folks, man. That's it. I just want what's best for my folks.
This right here is very true. Afrikaners will never go to America to be refugees. They are comfortable here. Their quality of life is much better here.
That's true.
100%.
That's true. But I don't know. Maybe they need to be uncomfortable. I'm just saying.
Okay, Biko.
Hey, there was a time when SA was, it was fine. It wasn't SA then. It was, the different kingdoms. But everybody was fine, minding their own business, and here come these folks, messing it up for them. So
these folks.
Well, them folks. But
guess what? Like a week ago, my landlord messaged me, and she said, "What'd you say?" She said something about you people. You know how close my tongue almost turned into a razor?
Which landlord?
No. The African landlord.
Okay.
She said, "I'm trying to do my best for you people," and I had to read it like 2 or 3 times. The word "be" came to mind. And the other couple of derogatory terms came to mind.
Understood. And rightfully so. They should,
You people? Anyway.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because it wouldn't have came to my mind. It would have came to my screen. But okay.
I'm not like that no more. I try to be a good sometime Christian man.
Who the hell are you talking to? You try to be a Christian man, good Christian.
Listen, words mean things. Sometime.
When?
Sometime.
When?
I'm not cursing you right now, right? This is the sometime. This is the sometime, sir.
No. No, we're not doing that.
This is the sometime.
When is this sometime?
Right now.
Okay.
Sir, Mr. Jerry.
Let's move on.
See?
Try to be a Christian. What? What is this?
Yeah. I gotta quit. This is gonna be a really good one.
Yeah. What go?
What do you say about the Black Americans that say their roots don't come from Africa?
Well, they just misguided. I mean, it's simple as that. They just misguided.
Because for some reason, being that I'm here, when Black Americans say stupid stuff online, people here send it to me, and they be like, "What do you think about this?" And I'd be like, "Well, they dumb as."
I mean, they just misguided. I mean, it's not just Black America. Every single person on planet Earth roots come from Africa.
Yes.
Literally, the whitest Afrikaner you can think of, got the Eve gene in them. So, but I don't know. I think sometimes it's like a form of self-hatred, man. Because, like, how can you come here, see these people, know history, and not be like, yo, these my people, man. Like this. Look at what y'all tried to do to us, and we still standing. We ain't perfect, but we still standing. Like I don't understand. I think it's a form of self-hatred, but it's definitely misguided. Definitely misguided.
South Africans allowed Afrikaners. We don't need them. So now they backtrack and wanted to leave.
Right.
I'm not sure they want to leave though, man. Because they got it really easy here. They got the land, they got the money. Why would you leave that and go to America and be us?
Yeah,
be the Mexicans.
Right. You're not gonna be
anything
special in the U.S.
And
I think
why would you give that up?
I think they know that. Because in the U.S., they're not taking nobody's land because everybody got guns over there. Number one. Number two, it's just not gonna happen. Government ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna allow that.
Yo, Black. Yo, she came so close. My wife had to tell me to back down. Yeah, she told me to back down. Yeah. Giselle, she's in the room. I'm going to start a vlog, and I'm gonna let you guys know what we've been going through for the past 4 months. It wasn't pleasant, Yeah, me and my wife, we had issues in the past 4 months. But I'll explain that in the vlogs, and I'm gonna start probably Monday. No, tomorrow's Monday. Probably Tuesday. But yes, we had some issues.
Everybody good now, though.
Everybody's great.
Everybody's
very good.
Say. So
yes, they are dumb and some just misguided. Yes.
Yeah.
So we got Giselle and her husband. Are y'all looking at different phone? Never mind. Get your ancestry checked through DNA, no denying it.
Right.
So Giselle and her husband, right there. Yeah. Rodman is Giselle's husband.
What's the problem?
Okay. See, that's why we don't get
along.
But
that's an extra viewer.
That's why we don't get along.
That's an extra viewer for your podcast.
I'll tell us.
You should thank Giselle and Rod. Thank you,
Giselle said, "Okay, please let you know." Like I said, I'm gonna start it on Tuesday. It'll probably be pre-recorded, and I'm gonna do that twice a week.
Rodman, Dutch invaded SA like a disease. Exactly. And then Trump is the one that likes to call everybody else an infestation, when really it's them.
Very much. I have one last question, and we're gonna roll after that because I think we're going to
we get ready to pray. Leave it at that. We about to go pray.
We have to pray?
Just leave it at that. We about to go pray.
Okay. Yes, sir. You're just lying to the 56 people. That's on.
Just shut your mouth, man. We about to go pray. Just shut up, okay? They'll need to know what's happening.
If you had 2-minute conversation with Cyril, what would you talk about?
A 2-minute conversation with Cyril.
With Uncle Cyril.
I only have 2 minutes.
You only got 2 minutes.
All right, now
so that means you got to get to the point.
I have to come at this from the perspective that I'm not South African, right?
Mm-hmm.
He knows that. So he's gonna be like, "What are you talking about, man? Shut up," you know. But I would say, man, like put your country ahead of your friends, family, whatever. You know, put the country first, man. They say a rising tide lifts all boats. You know, instead of making a few people happy, man, do for the country and everybody is happy. You know, everybody's not a millionaire, you know, a billionaire or whatever, but everybody's doing a little bit better. You know, so I would say, you know, put the country first, man, and not just Cyril, because from what South Africans tell me, you know, there's a little bit of that in all of them. You know, there's a little bit of, I don't know what the word is, but you know how when you give your friends contracts and your buddies contracts, family contracts, like there's a little bit of that in all of them. Just put the country first, you know. There's enough to go around if you did the right thing.
I think it's more so about putting money in his pocket,
right,
instead of his friends, and well, friends also, but yeah.
Regardless, I mean, that's still not putting the country first.
No, right.
Put the country first. SA, man, like this place is just. Let me say
has
this.
the opportunity to be number one.
This place is one of one.
Yes.
Like there is, you know, there ain't no other place on planet Earth like SA, man. I mean, and both good and bad, because sometimes I be seeing some stuff. I'm like, come on, y'all, come on.
Example.
Okay, example. Well, I was told about. Remember, I just got here in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was told about festive season,
mm-hmm.
December with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw these guys. They had pulled this was during festive season. They had pulled their vehicle over to the side of the road, right? They had like lawn chairs, not lawn chairs, but you know, the little fold-up chairs in the road, like having just a drinking session, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had their empty bottles. You know how the traffic people put cones out,
mm-hmm.
but that was their empty bottles. Like, y'all need to go around us because we drinking. Like in the road, not on the side of the road, in the road. Again, it was during festive season, and I was told that you will see some unconventional things during festive season, but I didn't expect that. Like, having a sit down, a drinking gathering, whatever you want to call it, in the road, and having your empty bottles as traffic cones so the traffic can go around you. They different here, man. That's
yeah.
Now again, it was during festive season. That's not something I've seen since or prior, but I just thought that was different. And I was just taken aback by that. I was taken aback by that.
I understand. So Tim Black asked me a question. Where is he at? Where is it at? If y'all have any questions, please go ahead and ask right quick. Where's Tim Black at? He said something about he'll be here in November and recommending it right here.
Yeah. The Airbnb.
So if I was to start a tourism company, I think the number one place for me would be Rosebank. Rosebank has the Median, the Vantage, and it's another one that I can't remember right this second. But the Median, once you step out the front door of the Median, right there is everything.
Everything's within walking distance.
Yeah. Everything is right there. As soon as you walk out the Median, everything is right there. So that's what I recommend. And don't get me wrong, the Vantage is nice too. We stayed both places, but you open the door, you close the door, bam, Median, you're right there. Your recommendation. Okay, you said you came here twice.
Yeah, I came here twice.
Who you came here with? The first time.
I came with the real South Africa.
The first time.
The first time. Second time I came by myself.
Why didn't you go through South Africa again?
Well, okay. So
Because a lot of people do that.
So when I was here the first time, I met a friend, female friend, very nice. So I gave her my itinerary when I came with TRSA. I just said, tell me what this would cost me. And let's just say it was a lot less than what I paid. And I don't want to, I'm not disparaging anybody because I had a great time the first time around. Everything I felt was great, it was worth it. But then when I found out, you could do all that I did for a lot less, I'm like, damn, I'll just go by myself this time, bought my ticket, came over here and had a hell of a time, So again, I don't want to dampen anybody's parade, I'm not here to talk down on anybody's business, but it was a lot, compared to what I could have done for the same money. It was a lot. So that's why I came by myself the second time, because I got information that I don't need to pay that much for certain things, and I came, had a great time, didn't spend as much obviously, and haven't looked back, haven't looked back.
Why do you talk about my dogs?
They ain't dogs no more, y'all. I don't know if
They
y'all
puppies.
seen them.
They're puppies. They're only a year old.
Dude.
They're still gonna grow for 2 more years.
The age don't matter. They not puppies.
They puppies.
They young dogs, but them lions, man. They ain't no puppies, man. Them lions.
See, if y'all was here on the last podcast, I actually showed Shaka and Delani.
Yeah, and they lions.
They puppies.
They not puppies. They lions.
They're hungry right now. That's why they acting special. See, Delani just sat down because he understands. He understands. Daddy just said you acting special.
They
hungry.
I don't know how you could even call that a dog. That's
They
just a
puppies.
lion. Definitely not a puppy.
Shaka. They puppies. Look at Shaka.
Okay,
He's a puppy.
he just grew fangs.
He's a puppy.
What they call them things? Canines, not fangs.
He's a puppy.
I call them fangs.
So, any questions, anybody? I have a little. What's this say? What you say? Yeah. Oh.
Yes, yes.
They big puppies.
They're not big puppies. They little lions.
Y'all want to see him or something? Let me go get him. Let me get Shaka. Come here, Shaka. Keep attention.
Yo, these are not puppies. Not puppies.
No, not you.
One of them about he was like 4 foot tall. If he stood up, he would be taller than me. And I ain't that tall. I'm only 5'7", but still. If he stood up on his hind legs, he would be taller than me. But they good dogs. They don't bother nobody. They don't really make trouble.
Come here.
Stand them up.
Oh my God.
Stand them up on his hind legs.
Come here, boy. No, I ain't got to stand on his hind legs so I can pick him up.
You're like 200 pounds.
This is big Shaka.
Like 200 pounds, man.
This is Shaka, y'all.
There, he's on his hind legs now.
Shaka.
He's on his hind legs. And Stacy's 6'8", and he had his shoulders. So he'll be at my head.
All right, that's it. Go back outside.
And y'all should see the size of his head. It's like this.
The size of your head.
Like, no, it's bigger than my head, and I got a big head. But his head is like that.
Go.
But they're good dogs, though. They're good dogs. They don't bother nobody. They mind their own business.
Come on, Leon. Come on. Come here.
he trying to get on screen too.
Come here.
He's like, you put Shaka on screen.
It's Delani.
He's on
Delani
his
know how to
hind legs.
behave himself. It's Delani. Say hi, Delani.
He's still 5.5 feet tall on his hind legs.
Hey. Sit up. Come on, back outside.
Man. Like I said, little lions. Those not big puppies, they're little lions. And they still got to grow for 2 more years. That's 2 more years of growth.
2 more years of growing.
It's crazy. his back is going to be at your hip by the time
Woo.
he's full grown.
I'm tired already. But those boys are big.
Yeah, but you call them little puppies.
They puppies.
Not puppies, man.
So let's finish the questions up because you said you got to go prayer.
Yeah, we gotta go pray.
Okay. Whew. Wow, they have grown so much. Yes, they have.
She asked for their pits. No, those are
No, they're
Borbos.
Borbos.
I don't know how to say it.
You got
Borbos.
baby bear, not a doggy.
That is the truth.
Oh my God. This head bigger than mine. Wow.
Exactly.
Giselle, you do got a big old head.
How you gonna call a baby head big?
I know, Giselle. No puppies, those are big dogs.
They're not big dog. They're lions.
Ah.
Unification of black people in Africa. What do you think causes the hindering since nowhere black people want it? That's my question, and I wish, man. Unfortunately, I just don't see it, man. Like, I wish it was possible, but you know, when you got people like, what's this guy in South Carolina, Tim Scott, and one in Florida, Byron
Brother in
Donalds.
South Carolina?
Yeah, Tim Scott. You know, Byron Donalds, people like that. You know, like it's hard, man. It's hard. I don't see it, man. I just because of people like that, you know, because they're gonna convince other people, you know, and let's just be real, you know, a lot of us can be convinced, you know, and that in itself is sometimes a problem. But I don't know, man. I don't see it. But I'll say this too, though. Like I think that's by design, you know, people like Donald and Scott and whoever else, West and all these people, like what you know the term they call it, useful idiots. I think they're useful idiots for white supremacy, and they don't even know it. You know, I think they're just useful idiots. But
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it. At least not in the near future. I just don't see it.
How long have you been in SA?
Shantae, I've been in SA since September 11th, so February, 5 months. 5 months.
Xenophobia thing, or are we tripping? Yeah.
Well, so I haven't experienced it. I don't know your experience.
I stay away from certain things.
But I will say this though. Let me be diplomatic. This is diplomatic. Nigerians have a certain reputation in South Africa. That's the end of my statement.
Okay, 2 over hill simps. Talking about Jerry and Jerry. Okay, y'all. I think we're going to go pray.
Yes.
Jerry's going to go pray. I'm going to drink me a black label while Jerry prays.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. See, I keep it real.
That's funny right there.
What? 2 over hill simps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Jerry and Jerry.
No, that's you know you got trolls in here, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He's Afrikaner.
Why you think that?
Because that's what they do.
Ooh.
That's what they do.
Hold on. I bet you he's not an Afrikaner.
Come on, man. He's Afrikaner.
Are you an Afrikaner?
Of course he is.
It's the mindset, C. Ray.
That's true. The mindset. That is true.
Shantae said, that's a beautiful wishing you all the best in your new life.
Appreciate you, Shantae.
You should pray with him.
Exactly.
I'm going to drink a beer.
I don't partake in the devil's nectar.
Mm.
Okay, I'm lying. I'm lying.
Good to see you, though. Giselle, what happened to all your lives and your videos and your shorts and everything you was doing? What happened? But back to this person. Back to this person right here.
Afrikaner? It's not Afrikaner, man. That's what they do. Come on. Like, you know, this
2 over the hill simps. Give it up.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Okay.
Well, see, look, they have to monitor things like this.
You think you work for Eli?
No. They work for AfriForum or something.
I'm be a straight man.
Afro, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But that's what they do. They monitor to see what influence you have. They see what you got going on. That's what they do. Straight man. I love to meet you. I love to meet you.
I'm on learning something else. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
We busy. Are y'all still moving this way? Because I remember y'all had some stuff going on in Tanzania, not Tanzania, right next to Tanzania, Zanzibar.
Isn't that Tanzania? Tanzania?
Yeah, but it's right over across the water.
Yeah.
I know you're not asking people what happened. How did it? What do you mean? What do you mean, Shante? Our daughter keeps us busy. Yeah. I understand that. Why are you mad, bro?
Hey, man. We good, man.
Yo, we getting to go.
He probably lived down the street
from you?
From you?
Nah. People around here doesn't know about this side of town.
Oh.
And that's crazy to me. But it is what it is.
We love you, man. We love you.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got to go.
Deuces.
Peace out. Take care. Change the narrative. Like, subscribe, share.
Y'all be easy.
And this is Jerry.
Appreciate y'all. Pleasure to meet y'all. We'll be back.
No doubt.
We'll be back.
Cheers. What's that guy name? Keep
Trade
808. TR808.
Trade Africana.